looking for this.
Jericho's in big time trouble. Jericho's in big time trouble. He can't last much longer. He can't last much longer.
Jericho.
Jericho
second.
The guy with the spooky eyes just tapped out. It wasn't Jericho.
Daddy Magic tapped out.
I know that. That's the guy with the goofy eyes.
And the Blackpool Combat Club.
Eddie thought he had Jericho beat, but then Claudio had Matt beat.
Eddie Kingston, he feels like Claudio stole this from him, perhaps. Lord Regal, I mean, do you have any insights into the, I mean, should your men be happy, or?
I was so, my dislike for Chris Jericho, I was so focused in on Chris Jericho. I thought that he was sapping, but Claudio has won the match for us. Gentlemen, all I can say is thank you and good night.
Are they gonna show the barbed wire? Can we move on?
We will see.
We're moving on. Thank God.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, so now Claudio, Ring of Honor champion. Wow. Oh my God, that old belt looks so nice. God damn. I wish they brought back that one instead of the one we have now. Also, whoa, man, these old Ring of Honor tapings occurring at the I can't remember what building it was, venue it was. And well, this might be the Impact Zone one, but wow, I forgot they did that, and this looks really cool.
Guess what, buddy? Guess what? I'm an independent contractor, dog. I'm 1099, so I could be here. And you know how I promised Mox I wouldn't beat your ass at AEW? This ain't AEW, bro. I'm coming after that championship.
Wow.
What do you say, huh? Ooh. Don't be scared, dog. Don't be scared. Come on, baby. Here you go. I want my shot, Claudio. Give me my shot at the championship.
Wow. Eddie's beating Jun
Be a
Akiyama.
champion. Be a champion. Be a fighter. For once in your life, do business correctly and fight me.
Wow. He's beating Jay White.
Edward, a man without honor will never be Ring of Honor champion.
Wow. Excuse me?
Damn.
Where you going? Where you going? Are you?
A couple of weeks ago, Eddie Kingston came and challenged you for the world title. And on your exit outside the ring, you said a champion without honor. You said that he is not worthy of a title shot. Can you explain that?
I mean, I thought it was pretty self-explanatory. But I'd actually like to make an apology here to Eddie, because I do think Eddie has honor. In his own way, Eddie has pride. That thing stood in his way many times. It also means Eddie has honor. So I can admit that. That was maybe wrong on my part. But I stand by the statement. Man like Eddie Kingston can't and shouldn't be Ring of Honor World Champion.
Eddie, how would you respond to something like that? I know the years that you've put into professional wrestling, and the Ring of Honor title is a unique title that has to be held with prestige and honor. Do you feel that as a champion, you could uphold that type of honor?
Your apology doesn't mean anything to me. The only thing that means anything to me right now is beating you for that championship. A championship that mentors of mine have held. Low-Key, Xavier, Homicide. That lineage belongs to me, belongs to the underdog, belongs to the fighter. You're not a fighter. You're not an underdog. And you know that. And you know that to be true because we know each other. I lived with you. You met my family. You're a coward because you didn't do business the first time. So now I'm gonna force you to do business this time. And it's gonna be for that championship. And Mox can't stop none of this.
Very interesting that you chose the word underdog and fighter, because I know you see yourself as the victim, as the underdog every single time. But when it comes to being a fighter, Eddie, who's the one that always quit? Who's the one that quits when it gets hard? Yeah, we used to live together. We also used to train together. And you know who ran away when it got hard? You know when the training got hard and you were like all of a sudden went back to New York?
You know
I stayed. I worked every single day that you chose not to go to the gym, not to work out because you threw yourself a little pity party. Guess who went to the gym? Guess who worked out? Guess who put the work in? And guess who is Ring of Honor champion right now because of that?
For right now. For right now.
You can talk all the tough talk. The problem is you don't walk the walk where you talk the talk, Eddie.
Oh, word? Word? Well, man, I promise not to touch you. I promise Caprice not to get up and punch you right in your mouth.
We definitely want to keep this
No, we're
professional.
gonna keep it simple, dog. I
I mean,
promise.
that's very personal.
Eddie is always a tough talker. He's always loud. He always threatens. When you called me out, you said I'm scared. I'm not scared of you, Eddie. I'm scared for
Probably should have done that out of the
and
mic.
just
Wait,
because
what
of
does that mean?
reason,
Whatever.
I'm on a different
We're not
level
gonna worry
than
about
you,
that.
Eddie. You cannot reach me. You cannot beat me. You never could, and you certainly cannot now.
Then prove
And
it.
you cannot beat me for this Ring of Honor title.
Prove it.
Prove it.
Give me the shot. Prove it.
I think the question here is...
All right. You know what? I'll answer that question
Yeah.
before you can ask it. You want that shot?
Yeah.
You got it. But I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen because I know what's going to happen. I'll give you a little spoiler. Here we go. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to outclass you. After that, you're going to blame every single person but yourself for your loss. You're going to throw your tantrum, you're going to get mad, and you're going to quit. You're going to run away, and you're going to implode. Caprice, this man.
Look at me, dog. Don't look at him. Look at me
Talking
when you're
to him?
talking about me.
I'm talking to you. All right, I'm telling you this. Face to face, you are the biggest waste of potential I have ever seen in my life. I've seen you when you were young. I've seen that fire in your eyes, and you could have reached it all. Instead, you choose to pity party yourself and implode it again and again. And that's exactly what's going to happen once you step in the ring with me. So mark my words. After I defend my Ring of Honor championship against you at Supercard of Honor, that's exactly what's going to happen again because you can't handle it.
I think that's an interesting point to bring up in regards to like the Eddie Kingston characters that, well, because you know Claudio now mentioned and Punk mentioned is that the potential, the way like when he was young, what they saw in him, and Eddie Kingston always kind of did things differently, even when the whole independent movement was about being different to the mainstream, and it wasn't in like the idea of just like, oh, I'm gonna go to WWE. He was just different. He didn't take it like he found issues with him, like, and it comes out with him when he talks to people like that says things like that it wasn't just about not reaching his potential. Because, what guys like Claudio and Punk are saying is to be like, you should have done things this way. You should have kept, like, being in the dojos, and you should have done this, and you should have done that. But what makes Eddie special is that he didn't do that, and yet he's still here. He's not in the shape of a wrestler, but he's still here. He has that passion. He just doesn't follow the system that everyone else did, even when the system itself was still such a revolutionary, counterculture-ish kind of implementation. So that's all really fascinating. I think that's an interesting point to bring up on, was the potential that Eddie Kingston showed, but he chose not to jump on it like how other guys did. And I think a lot of it is a lot of personal stuff. I think in the real world it actually is a lot of personal stuff too, but his character plays into that a lot as well. So I think that's what gives it that extra interesting layer.
Fulfill my destiny that I said I would be when I was 9 years old. I told my mother the reason why she doesn't have a daughter-in-law The reason why she doesn't have a grandkid is because I cannot concentrate on that until I become a world's champion. So the minute, shut up. Shut up, you ain't got the mic, Swisso, shut up. And you know my mother too, bro. You
Ruthie?
met my mother, you met my family, and then you still stood there and you shook my father's hand and gave my mother a kiss, and you told her that you loved her son. But when it was time for you, a little inside baseball, folks, when it was time for you to do business, you left to be an entertainer, and I stayed, and I still fought. So
Yeah.
you can sit there.
I think again, back then I thought that was always kind of cheapish and like, oh, that's just kind of lame that he holds on to such a grudge like that. Now it's like, wow, you know, it just puts in the lights that he doesn't like WWE at all, and that it's just the kind of person he is, that he would hold on to a grudge like that, where, you know, you were supposed to help me on your way out, but you didn't. You were supposed to be there for me.
And say you fought all day, but I remember when you dressed up like a clown over there. Don't tell me nothing.
You didn't even look that bad in
Ladies
WWE.
and gentlemen, buy the pay-per-view. Buy the pay-per-view, because I will fight until I am dead in this ring. I will not stop. Because men like Christopher Daniels, men like Bryan Danielson, even though I don't like him, I respect them. I don't, I ain't gonna lie to you people. My mentor, Homicide, Xavier, rest in peace, and the first ever Ring of Honor champion, Low Key. I lived through them. I stand on their shoulders, and I will be Ring of Honor World Champion.
You know, one last thing is that, you know, he obviously takes his mentors to heart. He obviously tries to encapsulate what they put into him a lot. So I think, like, when people say, oh, you shouldn't have done this way, there's like, no, there's still a lot to him, and he still learned a lot about wrestling. Like, all of the people he mentioned, he obviously, like, loves his idols. Very much so. So, like, this idea of him chasing that Ring of Honor World title to finally catch up to them, too, I think makes for really awesome programming. And that's all, and it's super great stuff.
You'll never get my respect. Those are the words out of Castagnoli's mouth.
Oh, fist! Back fist! To the neck!
Didn't get all of it.
To the temple!
He did that time.
To the temple! Kingston!
No. Nice block from Castagnoli.
Great counter! Great counter! And oh my goodness! What a choke swing! Claudio Castagnoli here. And look at the neutralizer!
That's it.
Shoots the half! Cover!
Oh, shit! Oh! Oh my god! Whew! Just about died on that.
And everybody in the crowd is on their feet because they believe it.
I am convinced that if I see anything moving on Eddie Kingston, he's gonna kick out. He's gonna keep going.
Open hands. Claudio again.
Damn!
Strikes. European uppercut. The challenger is in great danger.
Damn.
To the back of the neck. That pituitary gland. Oh no. Arms are straight jacketed. Ricola. Rana. He's got him. He's got him. 2.
Oh!
1, 2. Go.
Oh! Comes up short again.
And still, Ring of Honor World Champion, Claudio Castagnoli.
Yuta said, give it to me again. Tremendous toughness by Yuta. That's got to be it. That was a shot. Could he withstand 2 in a row? No, he cannot. The winner of this match is
Still, New Japan Strong Openweight Champion.
He won one belt. He's got one belt.
Despite the injuries, despite the bruises,
Now.
Eddie Kingston comes into Chicago tonight, makes his first defense. Oh, whoa. The New Japan Strong Openweight Championship, and Claudio Castagnoli appearing at ringside.
Not even looking Eddie's way.
Not yet. Never even looked in Kingston's direction once.
Showing no respect towards Eddie.
And that's been the case between these two men for more than a decade.
You came back from Japan and you beat the youngest member of the Blackpool Combat Club. Congrats, Eddie. But I have a newsflash for you.
Damn!
We beat Wheeler every day of the week.
Holy shit. Dude!
Right? You know what the difference is? See this? Wheeler gets back up. He doesn't stay down and moan and like you do, Eddie. Blaming it on other people, never your fault. Get up, Wheeler! Eddie, I thought Japan would change you. I thought you would come back a better man. I was wrong. I saw you when you won that title, shedding tears, meeting your heroes, giddy like a schoolgirl. Eddie, I thought I couldn't lose any more respect for you. But you proved me wrong.
Wow. Oh, damn.
Real cute. You beating up Yuta. Real cute. And Yuta, you're letting Claudio beat you up like a bitch. Let me get past that. Bottom line is, Claudio and Yuta, you gotta deal with me, and you gotta deal with the wrestler Shibata at All Out. That's what you really have to deal with. Claudio, you won't fight me again. I can see it. That's why you walked right by me. You're a coward, bro. But you know what? Shibata, he has something for you guys. What do you think of Claudio and Yuta?
You both suck.
Ah! She has the papers.
He's got the Northern Lights bomb. Kingston covers. The leg is hooked, and Yuta there to break it up.
Well done, Wheeler Yuta again.
Oh, now he's caught.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely caught.
That's deep. Such quickness by Katsuyori. Shibata the Hurricane. And now the sleeper is cinched in on Yuta.
Shibata let him go to get cracked again and put the choke back on him.
And Claudio Castagnoli, no. Oh. Counters the uppercut. 2 and 3.
Oh, wow.
Fuck, dude.
4 right there. That was a late kickout, but not timed by Eddie.
The winners of this match, the team of the Ring of Honor World Champion, Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta.
Nigel, the uppercut. All it takes is 3 seconds. Stunning Kingston.
I've never seen it. Never in my life has I seen someone pinned from a European uppercut.
Claudio Castagnoli, this has been an issue that's been a very bitter one here in AEW and in Ring of Honor, of course. Claudio, what is going on between you and Eddie? You guys used to be very, very close.
I think that's a question for Eddie to answer because honestly, I don't even remember.
Oh, you're gonna play this game, the I don't remember game. Like you're better than me. See, this is what I'm talking about, the judgmental that him and Brian and all these guys do. You know what I'm talking, you know what you did. You know what you did. You left the independents without doing business with me when I considered you a friend, and then you go out and you leave, and you go to the land of make-believe.
Sometimes the right choice is not the easy choice.
Oh, give me a break. You know what I go through, because you lived with me and I lived with you. You met my parents. You know what I had to go through. Yeah, what? What? Say it.
Yeah.
Say it. I dare you to say it.
Easy, come on
Who do
now.
you think your parents wish you would be like?
You want to play this game?
See what
All
happened
right.
last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Since you're so confident, you see that? So confident.
You see that?
New York. Why don't you embarrass me in Queens with my parents watching for that Ring of Honor World Title? Even better. Even better. I'm going to sell some tickets. I'll put this championship on the line. The New Japan Open Weight Championship on the line. A title that means so much to me that I will die for. Won't you do that then?
Under one circumstance. You still owe me a handshake, and you still owe me respect.
So you do remember, because I didn't shake your hand 15 years ago. You do remember!
At Arthur Ashe, you will shake my hand, and you tell me you respect me. Because, Eddie, I'll tell you one thing. I'll lose this title, and it will be to a better man. That has never been you, and that will never be you.
Looks like you got the match, Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Dynamite Grand Slam live from the Arthur Ashe Stadium in Queens. It is title versus title.
Woo!
World Championship.
In his hometown, in his home city.
Castagnoli, Eddie Kingston, but this is more than about titles. This is about respect.
Eddie's fading. Eddie is fading here.
Yeah, that's all good stuff.
Oh, the straight jacket, Excalibur.
The Ricola. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Wait, reversal. 2. Whoa. Claudio.
This is how he lost it? Oh!
That's how he won it last time.
Breaks
Oh!
Oh, Eddie's out. Got it. Eddie's out. You're right. 2 and no!
Woo! Kick out at 2.
It's what toughness by Kingston.
And Claudio, you saw a moment of frustration, but he's back to the task at hand. He's looking for the Ricola bomb.
Ricola Jones, here we go again.
The straight jacket up. Kingston set down again.
Center of the ring. No!
Damn.
This is an amazing opening match on Dynamite.
In the 12 career matches, 12 career singles matches between Kingston and Castagnoli, Claudio has been the better man 10 of those 12 times.
But every match, each athlete has a puncher's chance. Kingston's chance may be fading, but if he can get back at it with a back fist, he just might do it.
The Hurricane, the second, the catch.
Got a half and half.
Got him.
Oh, he popped up.
Oh, Claudio on roller skates. The third Hurricane, and now Northern Lights. Bob. Did he get it? 2. Did he get it?
Oh my god. Shit.
Eddie Kingston, like Claudio Castagnoli, they still have some bullets in the chamber. They still have some big guns to bust out. But timing becomes the issue.
Yeah, and he's struggling to follow up because of the